So where did you go when the fire is low? You're feeling unnerving when you're feeling no burning.
What's up, everybody? Noah Kaser back here for another episode of Noah Kaser Live, but you're also here to watch episode 42 of Movie Fanatics.
I'll give you hell 'cause the rules were given. I didn't take them, but I'm breaking them all. I'll give you hell 'cause the rules were given. Receiving valid, just do what you're told.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome to another episode of Movie Fanatics and also Noah Kaser Live. So what's up, Noah?
What's up, man? It's the second greatest day of the entire year for the movie world. It is Oscar nomination day.
That is right. So we are going to do this episode as a Oscar nominations reaction stream. So yeah, guys. So if you guys want to join us and chat about the Oscar nominations and also what do you think were snubs or like what do you think should have gotten nominated? Let us know in the comments below. But also earlier, I want to shout out my buddy Collector Movie Man, aka Dave. What's up, man?
What's up?
So, I'm doing pretty good, sir. So, Noah, what do you say we just cut to the chase? Let's just get right into it.
Let's go into it. So I'm going to start off with this, all right?
All right.
This is Oscar nomination day. I've said this multiple times on other streams, so I'll make this one quick. I'm the biggest Oscar fan you know.
Right.
I take my Oscars very seriously. I start the day after the Oscars. The four movies that I sent you the night after the Oscars, I told you what was going to be up for Best Picture.
Right.
I told you what was going to win Best Picture. I told you who was going to win Best Actor. All the way back in March, before we even knew release dates, before we even knew the Oscar race, anything. And it looks like I am right. So let's get right into these nominations.
All right. So we're going to start with the smaller categories until we get all the way up to Best Picture. Mm-hmm. Of course, the one that always ends the night for the Oscars. So anyways, let's just wait for the screen to pop up and then we will get started.
Perfect. So, before we get into these, something big happened.
We got a record-breaking amount of nominations for one certain film. And I can't... Hold on one second.
I don't know if you can tell, but we kind of like this movie a little bit.
I just can't quite put my finger on it.
I don't think that we really put any attention to it. It is the greatest movie of last year. It is now my second favorite horror movie of all time.
Yeah, I was like, I just had to pull in a joke. I was like, I can't quite put my finger on it. Like,
I can't tell if there's one Michael B. Jordan or two. Technically, he's playing three characters. Technically, he's triple playing. Fucking 3 nominations, assholes.
Well, there you go. But anyways, yeah, because Sinners got 16. And I repeat, 16 nominations. That is a record, dude.
And it beat out 3 films that didn't even get 15. 14 nominations was the last record. And that was set by La La Land. The last time that a movie got 14 nominations was all the way back when La La Land was nominated for Best Picture and all the Oscars.
Yeah. And just for the hell of it, there you go. You got Sinners in the background.
Yeah, man.
So
I had to rock my shirt. I had to rock it. It is
Oscar there you go.
And I'm watching this on Oscar Sunday.
There you go. But anyways, let's not ramble on too long. Let's just get right to the nominations. Let's
go to it.
Pull up a screen and start talking about the nominations.
Okay. So the Oscar nominations came out this morning, and we are going to do it this way. I'm going to be pulling up the Entertainment Weekly.
All right.
Once it will stop moving because it's playing the TikToks right now, and we don't really like that. So, do you want to do the animated shorts or just skip over the shorts since we really haven't seen them?
Let's just skip over the shorts since we haven't seen them.
Okay. So we're going to start out with Best Visual Effects.
All right.
Best Visual Effects. The nominees are, whenever you're ready, man.
All right, let's take a look.
The nominees are
Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Lost Bus, and Sinners. Now, is this really any surprise why Avatar, Fire and Ash is on here? I will agree that the visuals were the best part of Jurassic World Rebirth. I hate that movie, but the visuals were great. The Lost Bus had really good visual effects of the fire because it takes place during the biggest California wildfire back in 2018. And they did a very good job of that. Sinners, no question about it. Don't know what else to say. And like I said, just with F1 and Avatar, Fire and Ash, it's no surprise why they're on here.
We already know who's going to win this, but
I think it's easily going to be Avatar, Fire and Ash.
It's easily going to be Avatar, and it's going to be its only win the entire night. Because
but you never know. They could do like a surprise like turnaround and make it to F1, but I think it's going to be Avatar.
Could. I think just because there's a potential that we might not get a fourth one.
Right.
Depending on how James Cameron is feeling about it. I think that it's probably them just going, hey, we're going to do this. Give it to the James Cameron movie one more time. But it's not like F1 is going to go out of Oscar Sunday empty-handed because this is up next. Best Sound. And your nominees are
F1,
Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Surratt.
This is easily going to F1. Like F1 is winning this award, no question about it.
Easy. It's normally all the car movies. If there's a car movie that is really good, or it either goes to a sci-fi space movie, like a Dune, like a First Man, stuff like that. Because there's a lot of stuff in the sound department, sound mixing and sound editing. I'm glad they got rid of those two separate categories and just made it one, because even the Academy didn't know what sound mixing and sound editing was.
Right. So,
but it's easily going to F1. This is probably one of the easiest awards of the entire night. Not saying that Sinners, One Battle After Another, and Frankenstein aren't deserving. Surratt, I can't say whether or not it's deserving. I'm going by what this has said because it's not available to see widely here in the United States yet.
Right, exactly. So we'll have to wait and see when we get to that point. But
F1
is winning this, like no question about it. Again, I'm glad that One Battle, Frankenstein, and Sinners also got in here, but this is going to be F1's win. So
who would you pick for these first two awards? If you were voting, who do you think you would vote for to win?
For visual effects, it's pretty easy. It would be Avatar, Fire and Ash. Like, because the visual effects, I mean, it's pretty much just James Cameron's bread and butter. Like,
yeah, really.
Like, he knows how to craft astonishing visual effects and just make it look just amazing in a theater screen. And with Best Sound, it's going to be F1. And also, that's my vote because you're literally just put into the car going 200 miles an hour, like just down that racetrack. And when a movie can do that, and also make it super realistic, you got my vote. So,
yeah. Next up is Best Original Score. And the nominees are
Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Sinners.
I'm going to be honest with you. Sinners is taking this.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be Sinners. I mean, it's honestly no question. That one's honestly got my vote for score. Like
100%. Now, One Battle, Johnny Greenwood is a masterful composer. But he's no Ludwig Göransson. He's not Ludwig Göransson. Sinners has one of the best scores I have heard in a long time. I mean, quite literally, this might be the best score I have heard from a movie since probably La La Land.
Yeah. It's just an incredible score. I don't know what else to say, man.
Frankenstein is phenomenal too. Begonia, I thought that was a little bit of its weaker point because in the movie, yes, you hear it, but it's not till you get to the end credits where you really hear that score. And it's so impactful after what you just watched, then that's when the score really hits you the most.
Right, yes. So, but I loved the score to Begonia because honestly, it just keeps you in suspense, and plus,
Yep.
it's just really tension filled, like music that they're playing here. I mean, and plus the soundtrack just in general for the film is just phenomenal. Like anytime like you have Green Day on the soundtrack, you already get my stamp of approval.
Yep.
Like just for that alone, it's like approved. But for best original score, I gotta vote Sinners.
100%. Sinners is easily taking this.
Oh, by the way, but I want to really just say this really quick to Hunter in the chat. Just pop off your thoughts about these Oscars in the chat.
Yeah, of course.
So, I mean, we'll probably have you join sometime next time, maybe for an Oscar watch party. But for right now, we're just gonna go over the nominations.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyways, let's continue.
Next up is a category I'm going to give a little bit of a hot take to.
All right, let's just get to it.
Next, the nominations for Best Original Song: Dear Me from Diane Warren, Relentless; Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters; I Lied to You from Sinners; Sweet Dreams of Joy from Viva Verde; and Train Dreams from Train Dreams. We know who this is going to.
All right.
But I think they're just giving it to K-Pop Demon Hunters. I don't think it's the best song on this list. I really don't think so.
That would go to I Lied to You from Sinners.
I Lied to You from Sinners and Train Dreams. They're two of the best. Here's one thing I hate about the Academy Awards, okay? Diane Warren could write a song about a toilet overflowing. It would get nominated for an Oscar because it's Diane Warren. It doesn't matter. I get sick and tired of this because, yes, she's going to have more nominations than most actors do, most producers, directors do because of her name. But she's not winning. She's barely won. I Lied to You is the best song, I think, of the year. Golden is the most popular song of the year.
So I really don't think it's going to be a surprise that Golden is going to take this Oscar home. So put it into two different categories. Like one that we think is going to win it, but the one we want to take home.
Yeah.
So the one that's going to win it is Golden for K-Pop Demon Hunters. Like because of how popular it's gotten over the months, even especially with the film's theatrical release.
Yep. And it's in the Billboard Hot 100.
Exactly.
It's
in
the Billboard Hot 100.
Exactly. So it honestly has it's pretty much a given that it's going to win. Like no question about it. But I also did want to point out another comment from Hunter. Yes, Wicked for Good got 0 nominations.
And I will tell you why.
Okay.
Because what they usually do is this. When there's a sequel, they usually don't, and when it's shot back to back, they don't give it a costume or an actress or a song because it's technically the same sets. They've already honored those with that type of a nomination, but also Wicked for Good was less well received than the first one, and the fans kind of fell apart on it. I will say, once you get to a certain category, I think that there was nomination that should have been in there. I thought that should have been a lock, but unfortunately with the Oscars, I've said this many times, when a movie starts to fall off, the whole thing falls off. The whole thing falls off. And that's just due to the industry. Wicked have been in here taking out Dear Me and putting in The Girl in the Bubble, because The Girl in the Bubble added so much more than No Place Like Home did.
There
so
you go.
More. But then again, if they would just say best song, like best song, then it would go to No Good Deed.
Exactly.
But best original song. So we would vote for I Lied to You. It's going to go to Golden. I'm not gonna lie. I have that song on my playlist because it's a catchy ass song, but it's not my favorite song.
Exactly. Like I Lied to You from Sinners is an incredible song. Like and
So
just
much,
performed wonderfully. So
and it adds so much to it. And I have to say this too. If nobody has seen Michael, the performance that Miles Caton did on Jimmy Fallon, watch that because it's so powerful seeing him do it live, where it's not professionally recorded in a studio. It's live in front of a studio audience. So if they mess up, that's it.
yeah, but dude, it's incredible. But either way, yeah, I Lied to You, I wish would take this one home, but it's gonna be golden.
Yeah,
But, but I'm okay with that. Like I'm totally okay with that, but I wish it was I Lied to You from Sinners. Like I honestly just wish it was that one. But anyways,
100%. But up next is
makeup
Best
and
Makeup
hairstyling.
The nominees are
Frankenstein. Oh God, I can't pronounce that.
that is Kokuyo.
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 Kokuyo. Okay. So start it over. Frankenstein, Kokuyo, Sinners, The Smashing Machine, and The Ugly Stepsister. And those two films are the only nominations I think they got, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. But The Ugly Stepsister was a bit of a surprise. Seeing that.
Yeah, I was not expecting that one to go in there. Like
I was expecting that one to go in there once I saw it sneaking in to the makeup guilds and the critic groups starting to nominate that. But
yeah,
Kokuyo, what the fuck is that?
Never seen it.
What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. I'm being honest with you. I don't know what the hell that movie is. But
I've never seen it before.
I've never even heard of it. I've never even heard. And if we haven't heard of a movie that's nominated for an Oscar,
oh, there's plenty of times where that's happened. Like,
yeah, but I mean, in something like this, when you had something like a Wicked, a one battle, if anything, if they're going to shower one battle, I thought that they would give it this award too. But
yeah,
then again, best actor, best actress usually goes with a best makeup and hairstyling, and that's not happening this year.
Right. Okay.
For the first time in years. So, who do you think is taking this award? I know who's taking this one. Let's see if we agree.
I think it's going to be Frankenstein.
I completely agree.
I think it'll be Frankenstein. I mean, Sinners, I'm glad it's there. Again, interesting that The Smashing Machine is in here. But I mean, I'm not complaining at all. I mean, I'm glad it at least got one nomination. I don't love the movie, but I'm at least glad that it's at least recognized for something, because when we get to a certain category, we will talk about that.
100%.
And then The Ugly Stepsister, this one was kind of a last minute sneak to be in this category.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the costumes and all that were fantastic. And also the makeup and stuff, great. I don't really know if this one was my first choice to really add onto this list.
Might have just been the makeup guilds that we're looking at.
It probably is.
But Frankenstein's taking this. The Smashing Machine, not too surprised. Sinners, not too surprised. I mean, Sinners did have remarkable makeup. I mean, all the practical effects that they had to do. I mean,
yeah, especially like for the look of the vampires, like
on a shoestring-ish budget, because this was not a high budget movie. This was not $200 million.
That was like $80 million movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe it was 60 to 80ish. Yeah, and it earned money back. So
it made money big time.
I'm looking forward to this. So there's that. Frankenstein is winning this one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Frankenstein, but then again, you never know. They could pull a whole bait and switch and make us think that a different one is probably going to win. But I won't complain. I'll be fine with any one of those taking it home, but it's going to be Frankenstein, which again is the one I would like to see take that one home.
Next up is Best Costume Design. And the nominees are Avatar, Fire, and Ash, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Sinners. This is going to Frankenstein.
Yeah, this one's going to go to Frankenstein. It's kind of interesting that Avatar, Fire, and Ash also made it on this list.
That was shocking to me too, because most of that, the Avatar movies, yeah, it's mostly about the visual effects. That's mostly what everybody goes for, to see how beautiful it looks. Costume design was a little shocking. I'm actually very surprised that a one battle got in.
Yeah, I honestly would have added one battle after another.
Now, Marty Supreme is a bit surprising too. Then again, we haven't seen the movie yet.
But the film does take place during the 50s, so I'm not really surprised that it made it on this list.
No, but Avatar, Fire, and Ash, I'm kind of surprised that that got in over a one battle after another, because of the period that one takes place in, and with how many changes that they have to go through.
Right.
I'm very shocked. But
well, hell, I would have honestly nominated Springsteen, because it takes place during the 80s era of Bruce Springsteen, and plus the costumes scream 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, I'm kind of shocked, like you said, that Fire and Ash made it in here, but I mean, I'm fine with it being there, but it's just, I don't think this, like I was saying with the Ugly Stepsister for makeup and hairstyling, that was not my first choice to be on the list.
No, I think that I think I know this next category as well. Yep, here we go. Speaking of Frankenstein, Best Production Design, and the nominees are
Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. I think this one's going to go to Sinners.
I think this is going to Frankenstein, man. I think this is going to Frankenstein.
I mean, Frankenstein probably, but for what I would like to win, I think I honestly got to say Sinners.
If I'm voting, I'm going with Sinners. I'm just going with my heart of hearts here, because production design and costume design usually go hand in hand with each other.
Yeah. 100%.
But if I'm voting, Sinners. 100%
yeah.
Sinners.
One Battle After Another is probably winning Best Picture. However, I would not underestimate Hamnet or Sinners possibly upsetting One Battle After Another. You ain't wrong, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Yep.
And same thing with adapted screenplay as well. With also Hamnet and Sinners with original screenplay. Again, we'll talk about that when we get to that category.
Yep.
Could win without winning adapted screenplay. Paul Thomas Anderson is a winning director. He's going to win Best Director, honestly. I'm just going to call it right now. Paul Thomas Anderson is winning Best Director. But again, we will talk about that when we get there. Yep. But thank you for the comments, though, Hunter. I really appreciate that.
Well, once we get there. Up next, Best Cinematography. And the nominees are Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. This one could go one of two ways, right?
Right.
They could go the route of doing the Critics' Choice Awards and give it to a Train Dreams. Or they could shower another movie with some joy that we will talk a lot about in here. If I'm voting, I think the best cinematography of the entire year was Frankenstein. But
yes,
if it was my choice, I'm going with Sinners, because of the way that they shot this. When the action scenes happen, it goes from the widescreen all the way to full screen. That's masterful. They did not need to do that. It sucks you into the action more. That's beautifully done. That's a great direction job and a cinematography choice that they did not need to make. But what do you think is going to happen here?
I think they honestly might pull a Critics' Choice and give it to Train Dreams. But honestly, I'm right there with you for the best cinematography. I think it's going to be Frankenstein. It's got to be Frankenstein. But again, I think honestly, this is the best category so far. I mean, again, I can't really say about Marty Supreme, but from what I've seen, from the trailers and also clips I've seen, the movie looks amazing from cinematography. It looks amazing. But Yeah, dude, there was not one film I would change. Like honestly,
No.
this is a great category.
Marty Supreme is probably going to come out to digital in the next month or two. So
2 more weeks, actually.
Okay, two more weeks. So in 2 more weeks, we will finally get to see Marty Supreme, and we can give our thoughts on all these categories further in depth once we get past SAG and once we get past other critic organizations where everything is starting to come together a little bit more. But as of right now, we pretty much know what's going to happen here. But then again, things can change. Speaking of change, best
Here we go.
film editing. This is a stacked category. The nominees are F1, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, and Sinners.
Honestly, for what I think is going to take this home and also my pick to win, it's going to be Sinners.
I think I might go to F1, man.
You might be right. You might be right, but I think honestly, this has got to go to Sinners. Like that is some of the best editing for a film I've ever seen.
I fully agree. And don't discount One Battle After Another either.
Because yes,
if the Academy, well, if there's a certain years where they just shower a movie, regardless of whether we think they should or not. Like they just showered Everything Everywhere All at Once, right? And they gave it every award that they possibly could. They could do that with One Battle After Another. But then again, we've seen this happen before. The movie that's probably going to win the Best Picture, that is the frontrunner for many, many, many months. We had that with The Irishman. That was number one for many, many months. Actors started to fall off. Nominations fell off. Robert De Niro didn't get an actor nomination. That was its chance to go away. And I hate to tell you, One Battle, if it keeps on slipping, because it is slipping. It is slipping. I want to ask you, did you watch the nominations live?
No, I was at work. So.
Okay. So, before I went into work, I got to see them. And anytime Sinners was announced for anything, it wouldn't matter if it was a fart. They lost their mind. They lost their mind and cheered. In that auditorium, they cheered. One Battle was announced for Best Picture, right? And it was just like a little clap. Cool. Sinners came up. Oh my God, yeah! And I'm like, what the shit's going on here? So I don't know if there's a shift happening. There could be a shift happening. But for film editing, it could go to Sinners or F1. But I just gotta say, if they want to shower One Battle, I would not be surprised. Not in the least bit, because that editing, specifically when you get to the second half, after she gets kidnapped, then that's where you're like, okay, then the editing really starts to pick up, especially that quick pace, just funny but raw, intense moments of dialogue.
But also in particular, so go back to also cinematography. The movie was shot with VistaVision cameras.
Yeah. And
it looks incredible. Like, especially one certain sequence in the third act when it's a chase sequence and like cars keep disappearing from hills. Like you keep going up and down the hills. And I'm like, dude, this is like not just perfect editing, but also perfect cinematography.
And a scene like that should not be that entertaining.
But it keeps you on the edge of your seat. Like, it may sound boring when I describe it, but like when you watch the movie, you're just like, what's going to happen next? Like, I can't wait to see what we got.
I got done with all the nominations and I was on my break at work. And I called my mom and I said, you're not going to believe this, but Sinners got 16 nominations. One Battle got the second most amount of votes, and she asked me what it was about. I told her. So I think tomorrow I'm probably going to show her One Battle After Another because I think she wants to see it now.
Well, there you go.
But this is an award that could either go to 3. I don't think that this is locked down yet. This is not a lockdown guarantee, but it could go to F1. could go to Sinners, could go to One Battle. I don't think that Marty or Samuel Value have a chance here. It's great that they're on here, but it's a 3-horse race for this one, and this is one of the few categories where I cannot tell you which way I'm swinging yet.
I can't tell you either, but honestly, for film editing, you're definitely right. Like, now that you're saying it,
Yeah.
that F1, One Battle After Another, and Sinners are like the locks. But now that I again talked about it more, I think honestly maybe One Battle After Another might take it. I don't know, but we will see, especially for some of the preceding categories. Which, speaking of which, let's go ahead and move on to the next one.
Speaking of which, best casting. The nominees are
Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, and Sinners. This, I don't know, man. I think this one is honestly going to go to One Battle After Another.
Maybe.
I think this one will go to One Battle After Another. Like, Sinners, Marty Supreme have a great cast. But again, like, honestly, there were more known names in One Battle After Another. Not to say that Sinners didn't, or not even Marty Supreme or Hamnet.
Exactly.
Or The Secret Agent.
In Sinners, you had a Michael B. Jordan with Haley Steinfeld and Delroy Lindo as the 3 main big star names in there. But One Battle After Another, you had legends.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Benicio del Toro, Sean Penn, Regina Hall.
And Regina Hall. So, but then again, we can't really discount Hamnet either, because I mean, Jesse Buckley and Paul Mescal.
Exactly. Or Marty Supreme. You have Timothy Chalamet. You got Gwyneth Paltrow. You got Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
You got Fran Drescher. You got Odessa Azion and Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank in this freaking movie.
Man, I can't wait to see that movie. I can't wait to see that movie.
Can February 3rd just get here now? I want to watch it now.
As soon as I get home from work, whoever is home from work first, we're probably gonna be waiting for the other one to get done watching it. Get off the damn site! Yeah, that's gonna be us. Move, damn it! But this is gonna be one where we are not gonna be upset if anybody wins. We will jump joy for whoever wins any category here.
Of course.
I mean, this is one where it's stacked. I mean, I'm psyched with anybody. The Secret Agent, haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet either.
But once we get to that category, there could be a sneak in one category. Up next, a Best Adapted Screenplay. This is very interesting. The nominees are Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams. What is very surprising here?
That Begonia is on this list.
Begonia, and I gotta say Frankenstein.
Frankenstein is also kind of a surprise.
Hamnet, not really. It's Chloe Zhao. She's masterful.
And One Battle After Another, it's Paul Thomas Anderson. Like, it's not surprising. And Train Dreams was honestly kind of a surprise.
Yeah, I'm very surprised, considering we didn't get one other nomination, which we will get to in just a few categories. Begonia was very shocking, but even though I did not love the movie, I like it. But Begonia was very well written. I think on a rewatch, it gets better. That's why I think everybody is praising it now, because once you're watching it, you don't know how weird that shit's going to be. You literally don't know a thing about what's going to happen. And you're watching it, and for me, I was sitting there, I'm like, this is just a little too weird for my taste, but now that I've let it sit with me, I have appreciated Emma Stone more and Jesse Plemons more than I did my first viewing. So when I rewatched this before the Oscars, I'm looking forward to seeing whether this stands true, but regardless, it's masterfully written.
Yes, like it's And plus, what also helps, this is the same guy that also wrote the screenplay for The Menu.
Yeah.
It kind of has that same vibe where the film just keeps you guessing from every single twist and turn that the film takes.
And it's darkly funny, too. Darkly funny.
Yeah, very darkly funny. Like, I will tell you, like, this is some really, really dark humor. Like,
This guy made you crave a hamburger, but also made you laugh at the same time. This one, he's kind of making you wonder which one is actually true. Like, what's actually happening here, but cracking intelligent, smart jokes here with an adult message in here too. That's why I think they nominated this, because there's so many just different plot threads here that he finagles and twists so well to make it work enough, to make it intriguing enough for you to still watch it, whether you're a fan of it or not. You can't help but finish the movie because of the way he's writing this. You're sucked in too far, even 30 minutes in.
Exactly. Like you said, it's one of those scripts you just want to keep like watching. Like, even if you're not liking it, you're like I'm just too enticed to know what's going on. Like, I just want to see how everything proceeds to wrap up. And I think with what Will Tracy, the writer of this film, was able to accomplish with that, I think he did a fantastic job. Like, and it's like, even if you're a Yorgos fan, you might be able to predict how it ends.
Yeah.
But I will be honest, I didn't see the twist coming. I was like, oh, okay, now I see what they're doing. Like, because at first, like, there was a couple of points where I'm like, wait, like, you don't justify Jesse Plemons' actions in the film, but even like what I can't spoil it. I can't go any farther than that, because if I say what exactly happens at the end of the film, that is a huge spoiler.
Let's put it this way. What ends up happening with Emma Stone, whether she is or isn't, that's what the whole movie was about. And then you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I can see this point and this point, but I can't see this one.
Right.
But once this one comes in, you're like, okay, that sort of makes sense, but I need to see for myself her justification.
Exactly.
Next up is the other screenplay category.
Oh, wait, we forgot to say which one we think will take that one home.
Which one do you think is going to take that one home?
It's honestly going to be one battle after another.
I fully agree. I would honestly vote for that one as well, but Frankenstein is not a bad bet either.
It's not a bad bet, but it's got to be one battle after another. Like, that is just one of the smartest and funniest scripts that Paul Thomas Anderson has written. Like, and also he knows how to balance like dark, intense moments with some really smart comedy.
Yeah, I think it's going here with one battle after another, but since it's probably winning the Best Picture does usually take a screenplay prize.
But again,
Green Book.
There you go.
It's an acting prize and a screenplay prize, but we're not going to discount anything happening, because with how crazy these nominations were, I can't justify anything other than just sit there, wait until we see how the rest of award season starts to wrap up. But I honestly believe it's going to one battle after another.
Original screenplay.
Your nominees are
Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Sinners.
Who do you think is going to win this award?
This is kind of tough because this is a really, really stacked category. I'm glad that Blue Moon is getting some love. But honestly, if I'm looking at it like right now, I think honestly this is probably going to go to Marty Supreme.
I'm going to disagree with you, man. I think it's going to Sinners.
It might go to Sinners, but who knows? Like I said multiple times, they're like, knowing the Academy, like whenever it comes down to the wins, they're probably going to pull a bait and switch and be like, it actually goes to like say for example, like you wanted to go to Sinners, they're probably going to pull a bait and switch and be like, well, it's going to Marty Supreme.
Yeah. Now, before we got to everything, all the signs pointed to Jafar Panahi for it was just an accident. But that hasn't happened. It was going that way, but I think with the political landscape that everything's in right now, with that movie and all that, I think that's deterring everybody because they don't want the backlash. Sinners is a masterful script. I'm sure that Marty is a masterful script. I'm sure. But I think that with 16 nominations, I don't think that the Academy is going to let Sinners go home fully empty-handed. I think they're going to give it at least 2 or 3 awards. And I think score, they might want to give it a screenplay Oscar because it is technically number 2 for Best Picture. Just like last year with Conclave. That was number 2 after it won the screenplay Oscar. I think Sinners is number 2, but I'm not going to discount Marty either because they loved that movie. They nominated that movie tremendously. They love it. So we'll see. If I'm voting, I'm going with Sinners. But still.
They could pull a bait and switch. You never know.
They could.
I might be just, eating my words right now, but I honestly think they might give it to Marty Supreme. I wouldn't be surprised if they did because I think the last one of the Safdie brothers did together was Uncut Gems. That barely got any awards love. So I think this was the time for Marty Supreme to shine.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, from what I've heard about it, the script just keeps you wanting to watch the film and actually learn more about Marty's character, even though he's a really unlikable guy.
And that's due to phenomenal writing.
Exactly. And from what I've heard, he feels like a fully fleshed out character. And when you can do that in a script, then it's probably more than likely to win a screenplay award.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you ain't wrong. Sinners might take it, but I think I'm going to put my vote on Marty Supreme.
Okay. I'm going to put my vote on Sinners, but we will see what happens. Next up is Best Documentary Feature. I think we're just going to skip this one.
Yeah, because I have not seen any of these. I barely watch documentaries as it is.
I barely watch any of those. Best Animated Feature, this is a shoe-in. The Best Animated Feature, your nominees are Arco, Elio, K-Pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelie, or The Character of Rain, and Zootopia 2. It's going to K-Pop.
It's going to be K-Pop Demon Hunters, but if I was part of the Academy and I was voting, my pick is easily Zootopia 2.
They're only giving it to K-Pop because of the overall just mass popularity of it. That's it.
But for a full on the best animated film last year, without question, was Zootopia 2. Honestly, that was easily the best animated film I saw last year. Elio, what is that doing here? I get they're trying to give love to Pixar. I totally get that. But why is this one in here? Because it's not that good of a movie.
Because there really wasn't much else out that they could get everyone else, a family that saw the movies and went, oh, say a Scarlet. Nobody knows that movie. It was a light year for great animation, but I think it's just there because one, Disney campaigns out the ass, and if you campaign correctly, whether your movie is good or not, hell, The Boss Baby was nominated for a Best Animated Feature.
For some odd reason. That's just weird.
Because it was a weak year. And with weak years, you're going to get an Elio. Arco, I have not seen.
Little Amelie, I have not seen either.
I've not seen either. But I think they're just giving Elio a nomination because, one, it's Disney and people know the movie. And it is available to watch.
Hell,
Hunters, it's going to win. Zootopia, it's making $1.7 billion. Obviously, people are seeing it. I think they're just giving it that award to K-pop because it's a popularity thing right now. It's still in the top 10 of Netflix after what? How many weeks?
7 months.
7 months, 8 months of that being out.
Yeah.
But easily K-pop Demon Hunters.
Now, honestly, I know the first film wasn't nominated, but honestly, I would take Bad Guys 2 over Elio any day of the week.
Yeah, they usually don't pay any mind to like a DreamWorks movie unless it's like a Shrek or Puss in Boots
or a Wild Robot
or a Wild Robot. Yeah, they usually don't pay any mind unless it's like a game-changing movie. The Wild Robot was a
game changer.
Yeah, it was a game changer. Last year, I think we had a better year for animation because we had Flow and The Wild Robot, 2 game-changing movies that are master class filmmaking animation.
Hell, we even had stuff like Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul that was nominated. Memoir of a Snail was also nominated, and that is a fantastic movie.
And I personally think that this was a weaker year compared to last year, but this year, holy shit, this is a packed year for animation. But
so we will see. I mean, I know K-pop Demon Hunters is winning this, but I really wanted it to go to Zootopia too. Like because also, if you guys remember back in 2017, those Oscars, but in 2016 technically, the first Zootopia won Best Animated Feature, and it was well deserved. And I get that K-pop Demon Hunters is the popular pick, but like I said, talking flat out best, it's got to go to Zootopia too. But I know K-pop Demon Hunters is winning, so I'm not gonna argue about that anymore.
Next up is Best International Feature. The nominees are
The Secret Agent, It Was Just an Accident, Sentimental Value, Surat, and The Voice of Hein Rajab. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Mm-hmm. So, before we say this, there are 3 of these that we are not able to see yet.
And I've seen 2 of them.
I will say, though, I think that there's a good shot that The Secret Agent wins this. Because
there's probably
Brazil.
A good shot that it'll win.
But I can't discount Sentimental Value. I literally can't. Only because this was a great year for foreign films. A great year for foreign films.
Now,
this is a tough one.
Okay, but I have to say this here really quick. People were pissed off by this because the Park Chan-wook film, No Other Choice, was not nominated. It was completely snubbed. And again, I can't say because I have not seen No Other Choice, but the fact that's not in here is actually kind of puzzling.
I'm not too surprised, honestly, because they don't love him. They don't love him like they do other foreign filmmakers. They respect him, but he has more of like his own little group of fandom. And yeah, he makes phenomenal movies. He obviously does. He's Park Chan-wook.
He made Old Boy, for crying out loud. He made Old Boy.
He's a great filmmaker. But I think that the issue is with something like this, I think they want to give it to the country more than the movie. I think that's what they want to do. And what they did with Brazil, and I'm Still Here last year, Brazil took that as a win. And if anybody loves the Oscars more than America, it's Brazil. Because all the things I've been seeing is Secret Agent, Secret Agent, Secret Agent. They are loving this movie. We haven't seen it yet. We can't say anything about who we think is going to win yet. But if we're placing bets, I'm going to put my money on the Secret Agent just because it being from Brazil. But I would also put a $5 bet on Sentimental Value. I don't think It Was Just an Accident has a shot because of extenuating things going on. But it's nice that it got a nomination and they're acknowledging it. That I respect.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I think I'm right there with you. It's gonna go to the secret agent, but I would also like place another bet on sentimental value.
Yep.
Because at least honestly, for the ones I've seen, that is the best one. But
Up
anyways,
next,
let's move on to the next one. Supporting actress. This
Best
is a
supporting
very
actress.
stacked category.
your nominees are Elle Fanning for sentimental value. Inga, I'm not even going to try and say that. For sentimental value. Amy Madigan for Weapons. Wunmi Masaku for Sinners. And Tiana Taylor for One Battle After Another. Noticeably, I'm not surprised. But I personally think that Wicked for Good should have gotten a nomination here for Ariana Grande because she was better in this film than she was in the first. But again, like I've already said in this stream, once a movie falls off, the whole thing falls off. It doesn't matter if unless you're like, say, a Glenn Close in The Wife, where that's your only nomination for a small film. For big movies like Wicked, that's what happens. I think this is going to go to Tiana Taylor for One Battle After Another because they're going to shower it. If I'm voting, I'd probably go with Amy Madigan. I love Masaku. But with the way it's going, Tiana Taylor's probably going to win this. We'll see what happens with SAG. If Tiana Taylor wins SAG, then she's winning the Oscar. If Amy Madigan wins SAG, she's probably winning this Oscar. It's a 2-horse race.
And this is the only nomination for Weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So, and plus, it's a well-deserved nomination because Amy Madigan literally stole the entire film as Aunt Gladys. And, but yeah, I'm not going to be surprised if Tiana Taylor takes this one home because honestly, she is my pick to win.
Mm-hmm.
But even though, here's the thing. She doesn't have as much screen time in One Battle After Another as like Elle Fanning does in Sentimental Value.
Yeah, or Amy, or Inga, or anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. She's in it for the first, like, what, 20 minutes? 25 minutes-ish?
About at least the first 30 minutes.
Yeah. And then she's just gone. We're not going to say why, but it's...
Once you guys watch the movie, you'll know the context. But honestly, my pick to win this Oscar is honestly Amy Madigan for Weapons.
I would have to go with Amy, but I think it's going to go to Taylor just because it's One Battle After Another.
Yeah,
and they're going to give it everything they possibly can.
Again, I'd be fine with Tiana Taylor winning, but I want them to give it to Amy Madigan. But we will see. It comes down to the SAG Awards.
I personally think that Amy gave the better performance, but my pick for the best performance supporting actress is Wunmi Masaku. I think she gave the best performance out of any of these ones that I have seen anyways.
I think, honestly, for me, in regards to best performances, even though, again, our votes are for Amy Madigan because we want the horror love from the Oscars. I think, honestly, the best performance out of this bunch, honestly, is Elle Fanning.
Okay.
So, yeah, she gave a fantastic performance, like the best of her career so far. So, yeah, but again, I want to give it to Amy Madigan, but I think for best supporting actress, that would honestly go to Elle Fanning.
Up next is best supporting actor. Your nominees are
Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo for Sinners, Sean Penn for One Battle After Another, and Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. Now, look, I will say this before, Noah, you say your piece. Stellan Skarsgård has been winning those awards for supporting actor. But I'm not going to be surprised if he wins this. But my personal pick, and this should come as no shock to anybody, my personal pick is Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. That is the best supporting actor performance of 2025. Like, he plays a character that is so demented and terrifying, but also manages to be freaking hilarious at the same time.
I'm gonna agree with you.
Like, seriously, like, no, I don't. This is Sean Penn's best performance since Mystic River. Like, him as Colonel Lockjaw, he's amazing.
He is amazing. One thing I love about him, though, at all the award shows, he looks like he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. He does not. He doesn't care. He's there. He's half high anyways.
But yes. But anyways,
if I'm voting, I'm giving it to Sean Penn. I'm giving it to Sean Penn. But Stellan Skarsgård is going to win this, and I guarantee you that Toby is going to be screaming, and we will hear him all the way from Norway. He will be screaming Norwegian, and us in Ohio and Minnesota, everybody in the United States are going to be like, "Who just heard the Viking?" That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Who just heard the Viking?
Yep.
Ellen is going to win this, and I'm going to jump for joy and run around my house naked, just in celebration.
Oh God!
Sean
Don't
Penn
do that.
I will put it in the group chat.
Don't do that. No, don't do that. No, don't do that.
RedTube, subscribe. I'm
No.
kidding. But Stellan Skarsgård is going to win this. I gotta say, Delroy Lindo, that name popped up. I jumped for joy in my stock room at work. I literally jumped for joy. I was that damn excited. That's what got it to 16 nominations. That was the one where I'm like, this is probably not going to win. Get to 60 nominations, because historically, Delroy Lindo has not been well loved with the Academy Awards. The Five Bloods, anybody?
Right? Where was that?
I hate to tell you, he should have potentially won for that role. But anyways, I think we both agree that Stellan is going to win this, but Sean Penn should win this.
Yes.
But Elordi, though, won the Critics' Choice. I'm jumping for joy over that. I loved that surprise.
But also another one I'm glad to see popping up in here is Benicio del Toro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even though he doesn't have as much screen time as Sean Penn in the film,
No,
he has a very important part to play in this film. Like, he's the one that is trying to help Leo DiCaprio's character try to find his daughter getting to the rendezvous point. And he is great. Like, he provides so much good comedy.
and
Like, especially that scene, like when he's getting arrested. Like that just has me on the floor laughing.
And so much heart too, because he's doing it out of the goodness of his heart too, because he loves Leo. He loves Leo's character here. But he does it so wrong, though. he says the most outlandish things that I don't think anybody being arrested would say any of these things. But it's great. I love it.
That's why it was so funny.
It's fucking great. But I think that we can all agree that that's going to win.
What up, dude? But anyways, let's get to Best Actress.
Best Actress. Your nominees are Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue. I'm going to lose my shit over that one in just a minute.
I think I'll honestly
Sunwell Value and Emma Stone for Begonia.
I think I'm honestly just gonna have you save your breath here, because I think honestly I can take this one here.
Go for it.
I haven't seen Song Sung Blue.
Me either.
But I'm calling it a snub here. Why was Chase Infinity not nominated for this category?
Is it because she's too young? Is it because you don't want to overshadow Atiana Taylor? I don't know, but I hate to tell you, when I see Song Sung Blue next week, because my theater is getting it, finally, even though it's on digital, my theater's getting it. But Kate Hudson's going to be good. She's going to be really good.
But here's the thing. Again, I want you to save your breath. I don't want you to get like an exploding rant here.
Oh, no.
I don't think that she like her performance would be Oscar worthy, like Chase Infinity and One Battle After Another. Like, I really don't think that. I mean, I'm sure Kate Hudson is phenomenal in the film. I haven't seen it yet. But again, like I said, I don't think her performance would be Oscar worthy. I know some people in the that might be watching this video might come at me in the comments for this. But again, from going off of what I have seen, like, I wish that Chase Infinity got nominated. But if I had to go with my heart here, and which one that I think is probably going to win this, it's probably going to be Jessie Buckley for Hamnet.
100%. It's going to be Jessie Buckley.
But again, you never know. They're probably going to pull another bait and switch because Rose Byrne won the Golden Globe for musical or comedy for Best Actress for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. So you never know. They could pull a full bait and switch and give it to Rose Byrne.
I'm going to piggyback off of that as well. Because in the very beginning of this race, everybody thought it was going to be Renee, right?
Right.
They thought it was going to be her. Then Hamnet came out. Hamnet was screened at festivals. Then we're like, oh no, this is Jessie Buckley's award. This is her award to lose. As soon as the first screening happened, it was stated that if she does not win this award, something is wrong. Something's wrong. I'm not going to go on a flowing rant. I'm going to say this. Kate Hudson was on the very, very outside looking in. She was number 6 or 7. Either they were not pushing Chase far enough or good enough that Song Song Blue got in. Maybe Universal was pushing that movie just a little bit harder. And Universal does not have a ton here. They don't have a ton here at the Academy Awards this year. Unlike a Warner Brothers, who has a Sinners, who has the top 2. I think this is going to go to Jessie Buckley. I'm locking that in. I'm putting my $50 bet right there on it. It is Jessie Buckley. It's hers to win. She's going to be one of the best actors on the planet very, very soon. This will not be her only Oscar. Mark my words. This will not be her only Oscar. She's going to be another one like an Emma Stone, who's going to be coming year after year after year. And that's for a good reason.
Yeah, and also I got to say, I'm glad that Emma Stone got nominated, though. Like, I'm glad she was nominated for Begonia because that was one of her best performances. Like,
I personally do think I'm going to sink the ship just a little bit. I think her performance in Poor Things was a better performance.
Okay. You're not wrong. I'm not going to come at you for that.
Completely different performance, completely different movie, completely different style here. Because in Poor Things, she had to be completely vulnerable and bear it all. Begonia, she still kind of had to do that in a different way. I think that Poor Things was better put together, but it served her as a Oscar actress better. Begonia, I think, was my least favorite performance that I've seen from her as of recently. Then again, I have not seen Kinds of Kindness because I'm scared to see it because I don't want to hate it. But I'm just going to say that Emma Stone, very well deserved because she is one of the best actors on the planet. She's going to be one of those actresses who's going to be up here for many more years. She might be able to take down Meryl Streep for the most nominations. When
who knows?
When she gets to Meryl's age, she might be up there near 25, 30 nominations potentially because she's just going to keep going.
Exactly. So, but yes, to conclude this this category, it's going to be Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. Like it's going to be Jessie Buckley. But anyways, let's move this on. Okay, here we go. Best actor. Timothy Chalamet for Marty Supreme. Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another. Not shocking. Same thing with Timothy Chalamet. Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon, which I'm happy about. I'm glad he got a nomination. Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. and Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent.
I'm gonna steal
Okay.
this one away from you, brother. Okay.
You sure, man? Because I've got plenty of snubs I can call out.
I'm going to steal this one right now just because. Ready? I told you that Timothée Chalamet was going to get a nomination and this was going to be his Oscar win. I told you that all the way. Hell, I called you on the phone after I won my $50. Oscar pool, bitch. I won money. I won money. And I called this fool to be like, I won money. And then I went on, we went on for a freaking hour after talking about the next year's Oscars. I told him that Timothée Chalamet was going to win this award. I'm right.
Right.
I'm right.
You are not wrong. Like, yes, Timothée Chalamet is going to win this award.
But the snubs. Let's get into it.
One snub I'm going to call out is Oscar Isaac for Frankenstein. Where was that at? Like, he gave a phenomenal performance. Like, where was that? Like, come on. Again, trying to think of like some other snubs like right on the spot. I just watched this one recently, and this is one of his best performances of his career. Russell Crowe in Nuremberg. That is easily one of his best performances. Like, I know that's kind of a dark horse, I know. But I can't deny that is easily one of his best performances. Now, I know the film depicts a very touchy subject, but again, I'm going off of performances. But like I said, the one I could really think of off the top of my head was Oscar Isaac for Frankenstein.
Who would you take out for him though? Like which one would you take out that you've seen?
This is a tough choice because I've seen One Battle, Blue Moon, and Sinners. Again, this is a great category because, I mean, I'm glad to see that Ethan Hawke finally got a Best Actor nomination because for a while that man has gotten Best Supporting Actor nominations, but this is his first Best Actor nomination. So I really don't know which one to take out because that is honestly one of Ethan Hawke's best performances.
That's the thing. I don't really want to call it a snub because with an acting snub, I don't want to call a snub unless I think they could win. With a makeup, with the text category, I will call snubs all day, every day. However, the reason why I didn't call a snub on the Ariana Grande Best Supporting Actress is because I can't see her winning anymore. I couldn't see her winning it. She was good, but she wasn't Tiana Taylor good. She was good, but she wasn't as good as everybody else. Those performances hit more. I think that this is one of the easiest locks of the night. Timothée Chalamet is winning his first Oscar, and nobody's going to be happier. No fan of his is going to be happier for him than me. Nobody's going to be happier because my two favorite actors of all time are the top two for Best Actor. And that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen every year where you get Timothée Chalamet and Leonardo DiCaprio up for Best Actor. And they both have the potential to win.
Again, you never know. Like it's probably gonna be Timothée Chalamet for Marty Supreme. But you never know. They probably could do a bait and switch and give it to Leo. But again, I'm not trying to put too much money down for that.
No.
But you never know what the Academy could possibly do. Because I mean, when we get to Best Picture, I'll talk about that.
I'm laying my money down right on Timmy. Just because it's going his way. I've had my money on him the whole year since afterwards.
All right, Best Director.
The nominees are Chloe Zhao for Hamnet, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another, Joachim Trier for Sentimental Value, and Ryan Coogler for Sinners. This is a lock. Paul Thomas Anderson is winning this. Hands
It's
down.
no question. He's winning this.
Should he, though? Could you make a justification for a Sinners?
I think I honestly have to give it to Paul Thomas Anderson. Like, look, Ryan Coogler, Sinners is by far his best film. Like, without question. Like, I can't deny that. It is his best movie. But I know that Paul Thomas Anderson is already a winning director. But
it's been many years.
But again, like, I don't think, at least from what I know, not a lot of his films have gotten this much awards recognition than one battle after another. I mean, There Will Be Blood got plenty of Oscar nominations, but not like, I don't think it got 13 like One Battle After Another did.
No.
So, I think, honestly, because of how much praise and how many awards he's been winning, this is Paul Thomas Anderson's to win. Like, this is Paul Thomas Anderson's award.
We've talked about that movie ad nauseum because it's just that good. It's just that good. He is going to win this award, and I hate to say it, I don't think he's going to get an award like this for the rest of his career, because the man is getting up there. The man's getting up there in age. And a lot of filmmakers are lucky to get one of these. He's got multiple of what a lot of people call the best movies of all time. People are already calling One Battle After Another one of the best movies of all time.
Because that just goes to show you, like, how amazing of a filmmaker Paul Thomas Anderson really is.
And it's also the story of the movie without really going too far into the goings on of it, right? Of what it's actually saying. It's so true and resonant to what's going on now that people were legitimately scared in the theater, but they were laughing at the same time while still feeling what's going on in America today. That's what the power of this movie is doing. And if you can do that without shoving people away, because this movie could have deterred people away. This could have gone the complete wrong way. Luckily, you had a writer-director masterclass with Paul Thomas Anderson writing and directing this to perfection, to know to do it the correct way without stepping on anybody's toes.
Exactly.
If not, this could have gone the complete other way. But Paul Thomas Anderson is winning this one. Josh is going to get his. Chloe Zhao has already got hers. But it's not going to be her only one. Ryan Coogler is going to get his.
We don't know if it'll be this one, but like I said, you never know if they pull a bait and switch. But Joachim Trier, the guy that directed Sentimental Value, he's going to get his too.
Exactly.
Like,
every single
without question, they're all going to get their awards. I mean, Chloe Zhao already has hers with Nomadland. Josh Safdie will get his too. But this is going to go to Paul Thomas Anderson.
Zero
competition.
Fight about that. Zero fight. Best picture.
Okay, so I'm going to read off the nominees, and wait a minute. I actually just remembered the one snub I forgot to call out.
Go
for Best Actor. Joel Edgerton for Train Dreams.
Yeah.
I forgot to call that out. And honestly, I love Ethan Hawke, but Joel Edgerton has never been nominated for an Oscar once. So honestly, I would have taken out Ethan Hawke and replaced him with Joel Edgerton. Like, look, Ethan Hawke, I'm glad he got there, but Joel Edgerton has never been nominated for an Oscar, and I think that is a crime.
But I want to ask you this. Would you actually take Oscar Isaac or Joel?
Joel Edgerton.
Okay. Now, if Wagner was if Wagner was pulled out, we have not seen it. If we were picking those nominees, would you put Ethan Hawke in there, or would you put Oscar Isaac in there as your fifth pick?
Ethan Hawke.
Okay.
Good. I would say Ethan Hawke. I mean, Oscar Isaac was phenomenal in Frankenstein. Awards-worthy performance. But Jacob Elordi was the one that I think deserved it the most.
And that's why they're putting all and to be fair, they were pushing all the weight on him. All the betting odds were on him, and they were shoving that in. Luckily, he got his critics' choice. He's proven that he can do these roles now more serious and be taken as a serious actor compared to the good-looking pretty boy in the kissing booth and on HBO shows and stuff like that. He's starting to prove that he can be a legitimate actor with something like a Saltburn and this now.
So anyways, yeah, now we got that out of the way. Let's talk about Best Picture. And the nominees are Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. Now, I've seen a lot of people get pissed off that F1 is in here. I'm sorry to say, it deserves to be in this category. I don't care what anyone says. F1 deserves a Best Picture nomination. It's that damn good.
We know who's going to win this.
It's going to be One Battle After Another. Like,
now, negating that, I gotta say, two movies really fell off the radar because Avatar is not here.
I mean, it was not as well received as the last one was.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not shocked it didn't make it to Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
But the other one?
But Wicked for Good is also one where we thought, I'm sorry. Wicked for Good is a good movie. But you got to be either better or just as good as Wicked in the eyes of the industry. And with it being less, it couldn't even get production design or costume design, which I think was the two most likely besides Ariana Grande. Falling off that badly, I knew it wasn't going to get there. I personally think that One Battle After Another is going to win this. I would not pick it to win. If I was voting, I'm going with Sinners. I think that's the best movie of the year. One Battle After Another is a close second, very close second. I love both movies. Sinners just gives me more. The message is better. The overall impact is better. I think that One Battle After Another is going to be revered as one of the best films of all time. Sinners is going to be remembered more. I think that Sinners is going to last longer than One Battle is going to last in the popularity. But Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty, The Secret Agent, Train Dreams, F1, and Sentimental Value, all solid movies from the ones I've seen. However, it's a two-horse race. It's going to be what wins the director, screenplay, and that's it. Actors, yes, they matter. They do. But it's mostly about screenplay. What won the Best Picture last year, Luke?
It was Anora, and that won Best Original Screenplay and Best Director.
And
Best Actress.
But also, what won the Best Adapted Screenplay?
That was Conclave.
That's why I say it matters what wins the screenplay. Because if Anora had not won that, screenplay Oscar, if it would have been falling off like it had been falling off through the rest of the season, through all the season, that was going to be it. Anora was not going to win, and Conclave was going to be the Best Picture. One Battle has not fallen off whatsoever. Just because you lose one actor, that doesn't hurt your chance of Best Picture. Because this was going to win the Best Picture anyways, with or without her win. That was going to be another feather in the cap of Paul Thomas Anderson. Very deservedly so. But One Battle After Another is going to win Best Picture. I think it is a deserving pick here. It would not be my pick, but it's a damn good one at that.
See, Sinners, I will agree with you, has the impact. But the thing was, that was not my favorite film of last year. My favorite film of last year was One Battle After Another.
Uh-huh.
It just felt like, at the time I saw it, it felt relevant to what was going on in the world. And also just how Paul Thomas Anderson was able to balance so many great different tones, mashing them all in a 2 hour and 41-minute movie and paste it so perfectly. Like, I know Sinners may be a much better film thematically, but just as a overall experience, at least to me, One Battle After Another, honestly, in my opinion, is best picture of 2025.
I completely get that. I thought that after it sat with me a little bit more. Now I will say that this too. We both know that it's either between Sinners or One Battle. That's the 2-horse race. That's it. If there was a race, it was going to be these two. I don't think any other film has a shot here because you're not going to win a director, screenplay, and performance.
Right.
Sinners is going to win performance. It's not going to win directing. It's going to probably get score, screenplay, maybe cinematography. But One Battle After Another is going to win the best picture. Congratulations to it. And I'm going to party till it's 1999 because I called that. I called that. The night of the Oscars, I called it. I said on stream, I put it in the group chat, literally in the group chat. My Oscar predictions, and nobody's going to go back that far. There's no way, because that's what, 50,000 messages, if not more.
Right.
But it was there, and a lot of people said let's wait and see. Right. I said that's fair, but I personally think that was the best choice. We knew nothing about the movie yet. We knew nothing. All we knew was it was going to have Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, and be written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. That's all we needed to know. I was hands down. I'm like, this is going to be the best picture of the year. It's probably going to win the best picture. The Oscars are going to love it. I didn't know how the audiences were going to receive it. Nobody did. And there were little whispers that the story is a little bit off, that the screenplay isn't the best. But we found out that was all an opinion. It's all an opinion. And if you are one of those people that think that the best picture should go to F1 or Mary Supreme, Begonia, God bless you. It's your opinion. And if your favorite movie of the entire year was a Minecraft movie, congratulations to you.
Like,
God
good.
bless you. It's all about entertainment. We love movies. We love to talk about movies. Good movies, bad movies, in between movies. Hell, I've seen the Minecraft movie more than I thought I ever would. More than I thought.
Exactly.
Because it's fun. One Battle
And it's
After
entertaining.
Another is fun, but it's dark as well. Sometimes you need those. Sinners, yes, it's the more rewatchable movie. I don't know a whole lot of people that are going to sit down with their date and be like, hey, you want to watch Begonia?
Yeah, like, there's no way.
I think if anything, you're probably going to choose something like a Sinners, One Battle After Another. Hell, you might even put on a Blue Moon. That might be a good date movie.
There you
That's
go.
a good one to sit down with your family on Oscar night. Luke, are you doing the watch along?
Yes.
Okay. I probably will not be there, but you know that I'll be there in spirit.
Yes.
And I'm going to call it next year too. I'm going to put my money down. I'm going to do this live. Ready? I'm going to do this live. I already have some of my Oscar predictions for next year. Obviously, we know a lot of things are coming out next year that could potentially get there. But let's just see, where did they go? Where did they go?
Where did it go?
Where the shit did you go, you fucking asshole? They are right here. Okay, here we go. I go here. We're gonna dance since 1989, man. Okay, here we go. Where the fuck you go? And anyways, I have them on here somewhere on this piece of shit. It's here. I already know what is probably going to be up for the acting awards next year, but I'm not going to say that because I don't have my full list here to give you the top 5. I know that The Odyssey is probably your best option to win the Best Picture.
I mean, we're already just going to call it like right now. It's probably just going to be The Odyssey.
It's probably going to be The Odyssey. But then again, we also have Disclosure Day coming out.
And that is Steven Spielberg. So
Spielberg is the man.
We'll see. Hell, again, might be too early to tell, but maybe even Project Hail Mary. Like it's a possibility.
We just don't. I mean, look at what The Martian did.
Yeah. So again, I know it's too early to predict this kind of stuff, but you never know. Like there are just some movies that they just come out and it's like they're just critical darlings and maybe even Oscar contenders. Like we were saying with The Odyssey, Project Hail Mary, and Disclosure Day. You never know which one is going to take it.
And does that mean that we're going to not talk about them? Of course not. After the Oscars are done, I'm probably going to get on the phone with Luke and be like, hey, this is what's going to happen next year. I have a feeling this is what's going to happen next year. After I have my early predictions, they'll go in the group chat again. I'm not saying I'm going to be right again. I'm not saying that at all. Not in the least. But I'm going to toot my own horn this year, just like I did last year with Honora. That I predicted it all the way back before a lot of people did. But I'm going to close out the stream with this. Your opinion matters too. Don't let your opinion discredit what is going on here. Because your opinion could be that Blue Moon is the best picture. You could also do something like, oh, hell. See, that's a good point. The Michael Jackson biopic. But
we'll see.
Also depending on everything. Because they're not going to talk about the controversy. It just depends on how well the movie is. Depending on what they change it to. And what they ended up doing. If it affected the movie, the box office doesn't matter. It does not matter in the least about Oscars. It just depends on the filmmaking and everything. But this is going to be something that we do every year. Whether we're on stream or not, we're always going to talk about the Oscars because this is pretty much our favorite thing is the Oscars and talking movies.
There you go.
But there you go, everybody. I'm Noah Kaser. I am happy to be on this channel. And welcome back to Noah Kaser Live. I hope to do this more often. And also, stay tuned next week because Luke has a couple things coming up as well. What do you have coming up next week, man?
So probably another episode of Movie Fanatics, but we will see, depending if it's another last second thing where I have to cancel it. Mm-hmm. But next week is another Horror Hounds episode, which I'm very, very excited about. But also, Saturday, watch along for The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing. And Sunday is going to be my 5-year celebration stream on YouTube. Because Sunday, January 25th, is the day, like January 25th, 2021 was the day I posted my very first video on YouTube. So I figured why not do a 5-year celebration stream? So there you go.
And I am going to plug a couple things that are happening with me if you don't mind, man.
Go right ahead.
So you know this. The group chat knows this. I've gotten to do a couple pretty fucking cool things over the past week. Netflix has graciously allowed me to join the press junket for their brand new TV show that just came out today on Netflix called Finding Her Edge. It's a new teen drama about this girl who has to go to win the world competition in ice dancing with a partner who is historically known as one of the biggest jerks in the business. But they decide to fake a relationship to see if that will get them all the money, because they need sponsors to save her father's ice rink that has trained the best in the world, because he and now his wife who has passed away were ice skating champions of the world. Really solid series. Check it out on Netflix. Is it great? Not by any means. But sometimes you just need some good, fun TV. It's one of those shows where you are sitting there and you're like, I shouldn't like you, but I do. I know what you're doing. I don't like you, but I do at the same time. It's 8 episodes long. Check it out on Netflix. I got to talk to Madeline Keys, who is the lead in there, and one of her sisters, Alexandra Beaton, from the show. Check that out on the Heartful of Hallmark channel. And also, I also got to be a part of a interview with one of my best friends, Kirsten, for the Heartful of Hallmark podcast. We got to interview Rachel Lee Cook for the brand new, thank you, for the brand new Hallmark movie premiering this Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern on Hallmark Channel, next on Hallmark Plus, Caught by Love. Her and Luke McFarlane are finding out where this jewel is. It kind of looked like the jewels from Pretty Woman. That's how I'm going to say it. And we got to talk to her about that. I actually had a little bit more time over. I got to talk with her about Paul Walker a little bit. So that was very cool. It was great to get to meet her. Such a sweetheart. Love her to death. Like and subscribe to the Heartful of Hallmark podcast channel, because we put a lot of work into that. We're getting more and more interviews. We're starting to do the Netflix junkets. We're starting to talk to bigger stars. Luke knows I pour my heart and soul into those videos and into that podcast, just like Kirsten does.
There you go.
But there's that. And check out my review of Finding Her Edge on my channel, Noah Kaser. Plug. Almost at 1,300 subscribers. Hoping to get there very, very soon. But
hell yeah.
You guys have a great night. And Luke, thanks for having me on to talk about the Oscars.
Yep. So this is going to be on both mine and Noah's channel. So go check it out. If you're subscribed to both of our channels, check it out on either one. Like, take your pick. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching and chatting about the Oscars with us. Stay tuned for the watch along coming up in March, which I cannot wait for. So, but anyways, guys, y'all are the best. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you guys next time. Peace out. Here we go.
I'll give you hell 'cause the rules were given.